Hello, I guess I'm live. Hey, I'm Irena Anggreni. I'm your no. Let me start over. I'm Irena Anggreni, wellness leadership coach and your partner in mental fitness. So I want to start with a question for this live because I'm sure you relate to this. We've all been to a fantastic workshop or retreat and we felt all that inspiration and motivation, and then life happens. And then you start noticing the impact of it, the motivation start to fade away little by little. And then now what? So first of all, if you are there right now, you're in that space, you are not alone. And this is something that actually is very common because in my previous life, I explained it a bit more detailed, but this is how our brain works. So when we are starting to implement new habit, the brain protests because our brain is designed for hanging on for efficiency, and that's why it likes to hang on to the old patterns. And when something new is coming into your system, it's seen as a threat, because it consumes more mental energy, and that's why your brain is working against you, like when you want to change your habits. But there's a solution. So that's why, that's the reason why I'm doing this live, to also remind you that you're not alone and to give you some maybe hands-on strategy, something that you can try right away. So if you've been to my workshop or my previous lives, I always talk about mental fitness, right? And there's so many angles that I come at it, but it's all about basically building our mental fitness. And one of the important pillars, so there are three pillars, and I just want to focus on this particular one. It's about building our self-command muscle. And how do we do that? It's by doing these mini exercises called PQ reps. So it's 10 seconds reps. One rep is 10 seconds, which is around the length of 3 breaths. And the PQ rep itself is quite similar to mindfulness. Yeah, so you don't worry about all the terminology. It's basically mindfulness, and you focus on a particular sensation in your body, a physical sensation, because there's a lot of studies here that why it works, like to build your to reprogram your brain, actually, to quiet that that saboteur voice, the old unhelpful patterns in your mind. It helps quiet that saboteur patterns, and also you have more access to your empathy, for instance, or your wisdom, or your creativity, your innovative thinking, the big picture, basically. Because when you're practicing PQ reps or mindfulness, you're engaging your whole brain. Yeah, so your survival brain gets quieter, and the other brains that associated with the empathy and relaxation, compassion, and creativity, they get activated. Now we know these PQ reps or mindfulness, they're very useful. They bring a lot of benefits, but still, it's not enough motivation sometimes to sustain our practice. And there could be various reasons, of course, but one of the most common reason I hear, especially from busy professionals, is that I have no time for that. I have no time for this mindfulness practice. And this is just to be honest and blunt, that is, this could be because of some misconception or misunderstanding about how you should do or how to do mindfulness. Because it shouldn't be, it shouldn't feel so super challenging. And just to draw a comparison here, it's not like we are trying to find time to sit on the mountain tops for hours. No, but we can sneak in mindfulness into our busy lives, sometimes chaotic lives. Yeah, so that's why I talk about the mindfulness snacks. So think of it like, kind of you can snack mindfulness throughout your day. This is the only snacking that I can recommend you. Everything else is perhaps not so healthy. So and also, think of mental fitness. So the mindfulness, the PQ reps, that's one of the pillars to mental fitness. And mental fitness in itself, just from the name alone, it implies that it needs consistent work, right? It's not like, for instance, like if you go to your gym, you probably are already committed to your physical fitness. You go to the gym. It's not like you go once and then you expect to be fit for the rest of your life. No, you keep going again. You keep putting in the practice, and then you start noticing that your level of fitness increase over time. Yeah, so the consistency of it. And it's not like that each time you're required to put in full intensity. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. So you can, kind of think of it more as light snacks each time. Yeah, with the knowledge that it will build up over time. Because this is the other opposite of the spectrum. Sometimes like there are people who are, myself also, I can relate to that, who are really into it, like, in the beginning, like really putting in a lot of effort, a lot of time. So it may also backfire. It may not work, because again, you can compare it with going to the gym, like if suddenly you got this, an impulse of inspiration, a sudden inspiration, and then you spend 8 hours in the gym at once, it's also not going to help in the long run for your fitness. So it's the same here. Yeah, kind of focus more on the consistency instead of intensity. And one thing that is also helpful is to have an accountability buddy. And of course, ideally, this can be also yourself. But we are all human, and it may not always work, like to have just ourselves alone as our accountability. So find someone that that you can share your goal with and your practice with, and maybe even invite them along in your mindfulness practice. I can imagine, for instance, like in the relations space, or when you're, at home, for instance, like you have a moment to have dinner together. That is actually a great opportunity, for instance, to keep yourself accountable, that it is your reminder. And perhaps like the people who sit with you in the dining table, maybe they are also open to join your practice. Yeah. So how it could look like, for instance, just like take maybe the first minute of the dinner in silence, just to really enjoy, be present to the food, like appreciate, oh wow, okay, that this has been prepared with care, with love, and as you put it into your mouth, like how does it taste? How's the temperature, the texture in your mouth, and when you chew on it, how does it sound, and really savoring the moment. So that could be an invitation for you to try during your next meal, and maybe like someone else is interested to try it with you. And in the workplace, it could be other opportunities to create accountability. Maybe you have someone who's your ally at work, and really share like your goal, like maybe, okay, I want to I want to be mindful about what I say, when I give feedback, and ask this person to be your buddy, to maybe like also nudge you, like after a meeting, like give you feedback even about kind of how you show up, how you are present. Are you giving more empowering, nurturing, positive feedback, or is it or is it a bit too harsh, perhaps, for yourself and for your team? So that's to recap a bit. Kind of first really about to integrate this mental fitness practice, mindfulness or PQ reps. It's all a bit like kind of connected to integrate them into your busy life. So there are 3 practical action here. So first, really to think of it like as a snack, unlimited snack you can have throughout the day. Instead of making it like a big production, or I have to have like 1 full hour where I can just be. so let go of that idea if it's not possible in your agenda. If it's possible, of course, kind of take that moment to really be with yourself, create your own self space. But if not possible, see it as a mini snacks of maybe even half a minute. And I'm gonna try with you in a moment, how this half minute could look like. So think of mindfulness mini snacks, unlimited throughout the day. And second, to focus on the consistency instead of the intensity. Just think of it like, in comparison with going to the gym for your physical fitness. What works in your physical gym? It's that consistency every day, every moment, to build it up little by little. And then third is to have accountability buddy. Perhaps it's someone at work, someone at home that you can share, that you trust, that you can share your goal with, that you can ask for feedback, and hopefully also that person can cheer you up when you're maybe feeling a bit down, because setbacks is bound to happen. So to close this, let's do a quick PQ rep or mindfulness exercise together. It's like half minute maximum. You can choose, let's do something fun. So wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes and really feel, try to find all your toes. And maybe as you're wiggling your toes, you can also notice the sensation of them rubbing the socks, or maybe the sole of your shoes. And then, you can take 3 breaths in and out, and simply noticing, I'm breathing in, and now I'm breathing out. And perhaps if you are keen into diving into more subtle sensation, see if you can notice the temperature of air coming in and coming out of your nostrils. And maybe you can also even hear the sound of your own breath. All right. So that's a mini snack of your mindfulness or PQ rep for going further in your day, feeling a bit more refreshed, I hope. And you can snack this again, anytime. Maybe after your next meeting. You have one minute, just to catch yourself, you can do this again. And if you're curious to know more, to discover more, and to actually start building your mental fitness, so I have a summer program. At the moment it's open, the application is open. So if you want to build mental fitness so that you can feel more centered in yourself, feel that you have a sense of well-being, and also in your relationships and in your performance space, so do check it out. I will leave the information and link to apply for it in the comment. And also keep an eye, I have a workshop coming up basically about this, how to implement, how to turn the insights, the things we already know. I'm sure you know a lot as well, how to turn the insight into day-to-day habits. So that would be the workshop on the 31st of July. I will also share it in the comment. And for now, I wish you wonderful snacking of mindfulness, of PQ reps throughout your day. And I hope to catch you again soon. Ciao, ciao.